It has been a minute. It feels like forever. Facebook's been messing up. I can't use the app anymore. But before we get into that, we're live with my dude, Jaime Wright. It's coming quick. The road to Memphis Monster Con. It feels like not that long ago. It's like, yeah, I can't wait, but it feels like so far away. But we both knew it was going to be here before we knew it, and it's here before we know it. And you even announced a new guest, which I think is a fantastic guest. Somebody I've gotten to know pretty well, and we're also going to do an unboxing tonight.
A lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to do, and we're not going that long for you guys. So we're going to try to do it on fast forward right now. No, I'm just kidding. We got a lot of storms here. So hopefully I don't lose connection or we get too many internet issues. We're set up for Halloween. And then right after Halloween, I'll be breaking it down and getting ready for Memphis. So, yeah, busy few weeks. Just got back from Scarefest. Carl,
how was that?
Dude, it was awesome. The event's always great. Brandon and Nicole Griffith and Adrian Deacons Elder and the whole team, Wes Forsyth. Those guys are fantastic, always laying out, the red carpet for everybody there. And they had an enormous crowd this year. But yeah, great time. And Carl too, and his Renault, his husband, I believe, just the nicest people you could ever meet. Awesome neighbors. It was cool teaming up with him. As you can see, we got one of the Xenos right there, and all clear. It's coming in with the glare, but he signed that one. We got some of the Michael Toth decks back there that we brought. We cleaned out of those. So we were busy that weekend. We had a whole lot of fun, and it was a great show leading up to the final show of 2024 for me, man. Final one. It's a big one for me. Panels and everything.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about this is their final one of the year too. So
Beatrice just announced that as well. She's got one that's like next weekend or something. Yeah, but it's almost 2025. So how long is that break going to be? I guess we'll see. But I don't know. I'm ready for a couple months off. I was just talking to you. We've done a lot. I've done a lot of back-to-back conventions. Had last weekend off. We're ready. Halloween's here. I didn't even get a chance to set up last year, so I'm happy. I even got over here all set up.
Nice.
So yeah, the light up boxes, hook those black lights up. This is probably the biggest area I've set up this year. Yeah. I love setting up the garage. It's just like, I could just fit a little more. I was gonna go easy, just a little more.
Just a little more.
Yeah, more. Give me more. But how you been, man?
Tired, very tired. Keep thinking about what am I forgetting. I think we're good. Had got through jury duty, got dismissed the first day, so that was nice.
There you go.
Yeah, the lady gave us a scare too. Like just before she dismissed us, she was like, "There's 2 cases left this week. You come back tomorrow with your backpack because they're both sequestered." And we're both like, "Mother, oh, you got to be kidding me!" And she's like, "We're just kidding. There's no more cases today. There's no more cases the rest of the week. You can go home. You're dismissed. See you in 10 years." And we were just like, "Thank God."
Oh man, and right before, I mean, I know I'm at the point where there's just not enough time in a day. Like I just don't have enough time for anything. Like yesterday, we were supposed to do we do Tuesdays usually, as anybody who's been here knows, and watched the show before. We usually do Tuesdays. Every once in a while we switch around, and I totally forgot it was Tuesday. I was thinking it was a weekend. These days just become a big mush of a lot of everything, and it's great. Yeah, I love being busy. Like I'm the type of guy, I have to be busy because then I can complain and be like, man, I need a break, and I know I could use a break at times, and then when I get a break, I just want to get back anyway. But I'm ready for this Memphis Monster Con. I can't wait to be doing the panels. You just announced one of the coolest people. You're adding another franchise to the mix. You brought Ken Sagos, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4.
Kincaid.
One of my personal favorite horror characters out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then like one of the best, horror sequels ever,
Oh, easily. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could say, everybody's favorite Exorcist 2. up there. Some of the great sequels. No, but that's a great topic. Halloween 2.
I go to.
Yeah, there's so many good sequels. There's so many bad ones. I should do a video one now that I won't be on con marathon mode after November. You know, do a best and worst of sequels in my opinion. And I'm sure there'll be some that people are like, that dude is crazy.
House 2, the second story.
That was a good one, man.
Yeah.
It was a very different movie in its own way, but it was so much fun, man.
Yeah, I love those.
A great cast in both House and House 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, some legends. Yeah. I just sold I had a Big Ben for the longest time, and I just sold it recently. And I miss him. I miss him. I was glad that we got to a home because I'm traveling so much with him. And he looked like he'd been to war a little bit. Was even a little more tattered on his uniform. But, the person was real excited to bring him home, and I was excited to find him a good home. He got adopted.
That's always a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. That's what I always tell myself, because I love all the pieces I got. Letting anything go is never easy. But I just look at it. It's going to a good home. They're going to be able to appreciate it, love it, and spend the time with it. So I still miss them, though. But we got an unboxing, too. Like I showed the Butterball to you earlier. This is by Lonnie McCollum of Graven Images. And I had all three out of the 4 Cenobites. Lonnie worked incredibly hard with the xenomorphs and getting me Freddy's done. And him and Michael Toth did so much. But unfortunately, the Barbie, it was supposed to arrive, and it just didn't. Like, they kept pushing it off. The tracking was supposed to say one day, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to stay if it's going to be there. And it got delayed another day, so I couldn't take it with me. But I'm excited for that. And then a few other things he sent me. And I'll take one out. He sent me a bunch of them, which is cool because the Blair Witch people were there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so there were little things he added as a bonus with what I got. He sent a bunch of them, and they're really cool. So we'll have them for Memphis, though.
Heck yeah.
We got some cool stuff for Memphis to show off. Really careful with it. Got to handle a lady with care, Oh, let's see the big unveil. Watch, I'll show the back of her head. Oh, I got it right. This is sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, look at the detail.
Really good detail. Yeah.
Lonnie's just a beast, man. I mean, now I got to get. I want this set for me. I need a set, but once I get settled down and slowed down in a little place to enjoy pieces like this. But with that and the Chatterer and Pinhead, pretty set. She was there too. Barbie Wilde's very, very nice person if you've never met her. Very cool. But yeah, awesome piece, Lonnie McCollum and Jessica, the Graven Images, doing some really cool stuff. Always an honor to put them on my table at Doomsday's Crypt Table. But yeah, man, it feels like forever since I've been live, done an interview, and I've been missing it. I feel real rusty. But I'm excited about Memphis. I can't wait. Adding Ken, I think, is really cool. Unfortunately, like Jonas had to cancel and stuff, but each time you put together another person, another really cool guest to add since they couldn't make it, and making it up, not that you have to make anything up to anybody, but like, all right, that stinks, but we're going to up our game and do a little this or that. We're going to try to bring, this letdown and not letdown, but unfortunate events that they can't make it.
Right.
Bring in something else that can add to the event in a great way. You've added John Philbin. You added Christina Lease. I saw her at Scarefest. I told her I'll see her in Memphis. She's excited about the show. Yeah, and with Ken coming in, I mean, how great is that? Yeah, speaking of guy, I'd love to see him. I wish he could make it to Memphis. Talented guy. I think you know him as well, Peter Anthony, working on Laugh with Terry Kaiser, and the trailers look great. He's also Tank. His role as Tank just came back out. I got to watch that, man. I always like seeing Peter Anthony as Tank. But good to see you, brother. And then we got Karen here. Awesome to see you, Karen. I hope everything's going well. She's been out there promoting people on the internet and at conventions, and she's one of the coolest people I know. Now we got Doomsday's crypto artist Michael Toth, who's Michael Toth, just the skateboard decks. The guy does so much. Everybody knows him. And Tony Toth. Hello to you, superstars. Superstars. We're superstars now. I like that. But yeah, man. So tell everybody you just ran a sale too. Tell them about the sale.
Sale starts at midnight. It's this is our last sale of the year. We want to, give everybody a nice little gift, that they can take advantage of. So starting at midnight, Central Standard Time, going for 24 hours. You do the checkout and you use promo code Halloween. You get weekend passes for only $30.
Now it's a family trip, man. That's a good time. That's cheaper than the movies.
Yeah. And free parking.
You get to meet the people from the movies.
Right, exactly. And free parking, so you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. I mean, I love what you're doing, not only with the great guests you bring in, and we've had a lot of the amazing vendors coming in from Coffin Creeps to who did I just see? Reaper. I saw him and I can't think of the other guy's name. I'm terrible with it because I'm so tired, but I can't wait to see them again. Really cool hanging out with them and their girlfriends or wives. I'm not sure, but there was 4 of them all together. They got a press pass in there. Got to hang out with them quite a bit. Super cool people. Really, really like them. So we'll see them in Memphis as well. But we've had some great vendors come on. You got the great guests. But you got so much going for the people that are buying tickets with the sales and the parking and everything you're doing. It's not just the vendors and the celebrities, but you're also thinking about the paying customers and how to make it, the best weekend they can have along with everybody that's there.
Because, I mean, we're coming up against holiday season. People are saving money for Christmas, but, we still want to give people, an awesome weekend and not, break the bank.
I got an Art the Clown a deck that was Santa Claus one, so we're bringing a little Christmas spirit along with it. A little Christmas spirit. But yeah, I mean that's real thoughtful with the whole thing, and I think a lot of these guests that you're bringing in, I've met. A good portion of them, and they're great people, and the fans are going to dig it. Their prices are really affordable, and they're always doing really cool things. Like, Brett's always doing something with skateboard decks as well by Michael Toth and other really cool stuff on his table that if you're getting an autograph, you want something more with it and get a good value. I mean, these are all, they understand how hard everybody's working, and they really take the time with their fans. So everybody who comes through the door, these aren't like $200 6-hour line things. You're going to be getting a solid autograph from a solid person, a legend in films. And you got quite a few of them coming, like we touched on with Ken Sagos and Christina Lease. You got Tyler Main. We got Ken Forey. I got our Hari Krishna all ready to go. I just didn't have room on the table here, but he's coming to Memphis. Going to bring in the Hari Krishna.
Yeah, I got my Dawn of the Dead original one sheet. I'm gonna get signed.
I know you're such a Dawn of the Dead fanatic and the fanatic. And I am as well, but I know how much you love it because I know you got about 8 pieces around you just ready to talk about Dawn of the Dead anytime. But my parents are booked. They're going to be there too. And I'll tell you, my parents bring a lot of fun to an event. My mom. I hadn't seen James. Like I've seen him since like we spent a lot of time in Orlando, and you meet so many people, and you kind of vaguely remember. I'd seen him a couple times. He vaguely remembered me. Saw my mom, totally remembered that everything came back. That's how my mom is. So I think the fans are going to enjoy meeting my mom. Karen's met my mom. Mike and Tony both know my mom, but they've never actually met her. But she is probably one of the most fun people at a con that you can meet. So she'll be there bringing some extra fun too. And nice. Just look out for your toes. She'll have her maximum overdrive there. She calls it a goblin. And yeah, she'll run you down, but she'll be nice. She'll be like, I'm so sorry. So sorry. I don't believe her though. But yeah, you got great prices going for the fans to get in. $30 for a weekend pass. You can't beat that. Starting midnight tonight, that's a Halloween special and a half. And then, you know, we don't have to have that Halloween hangover because we got Memphis Monster Con the following week. I kind of
Keep it rolling.
well, it could be like the New Year's Eve kind of thing after Christmas. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
You know, you could be that spot 1 week after you know, after Halloween, we got Memphis Monster Con. That's not too bad of a follow-up to end the year, man. I'm excited for it being the first year, and I can't wait to see the following years what you bring to it as well, because I think you got something special set up. We've talked about that. You're a great guy, great connections, and I can't wait to see the setup, man. I can't wait to see what you've been working on your end. I mean, I know some things, like I'll know this or that, but I don't really know the setup at all. We were even talking about that, so I'm excited to see what you got planned and the building and everything. It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, I have the whole floor plan we're pretty much done with. It's been, drawn and stuff like that. We need to put it through the computer system, make it look nice for everybody. But we've changed things up 2 or 3 times, but I think we've got it down, pat this time. So should be plenty of room for everybody to move around.
You think the layouts? You got a good game plan? You think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect, man. I mean, that's
it's like you're saying, thinking about the fans, thinking about the vendors, like even with thinking about the layout, you have people that want to go straight for the celebrities, or straight to the panel. We made it to where you have to go through the vendors to get to the celebrities. You had to go through Artist Alley to get to the panels. So that way you a lot of people get tunnel vision going to cons and stuff, but this way you can actually be like, oh wait, look at that, that's awesome, that's cool. I'm gonna go get this autograph, but I'm gonna come back and check this out.
Yeah. That's really good thinking. You put them in the front, they never go to the back and get that out. If you got, it sounds like you've got a really good plan, and we've talked about before, it might be your first horror convention, but you're not green to this. I mean, you've been around this for a long time. As a vendor, as somebody just going and checking out a con, or everything that leads into it with the celebrities, what would make this better for me as a fan. So taking all that knowledge that you've built up, I think is really good, because I think sometimes some cons, they might go to one, or they just hear about it and they're like, oh, it shouldn't be that hard. But there is, like, every time I think about how much work you guys do to put into these conventions on your ends as promoters and what you do, it's not the big things. The big things, trying to find guests, having the money, but it's the little things. You were even talking about me. I think I got it. It's the little things, even when you're setting up a vendor table, but putting on a show, those little things.
Yeah, absolutely. Little people notice the little things,
Well, you're putting a lot of thought into it too, from the layout to that you're making sure the vendors got enough room, but also the people that are coming through aren't tripping over things or obstacle course. But you're also got that mouse trap where you're going to have to funnel and go through all us vendors, make sure we get your money. You don't have money for an autograph now? Too bad. But I can't wait to see some of the vendors that we've had on, and the ones we haven't had a chance to have on, whether they're vendors or entertainers in their own way. A lot of them are vendors and entertainers in their own way. A lot of the guys we've had on, and they seem really cool in person. So that's one of the things I'm real excited about. And I think people that are coming in to check out these guys and all the different vendors, the variety of vendors you have, and the uniqueness of the vendors. Pat on the back for that, man. You did well with that.
Yeah, and like the programming goes with the panels and stuff. We don't just have the celebrity panels as well. We've got some great programming in between, like Michael J. Cox and the Bill Street Monster Club. They're doing 2 panels. They're doing one about lost screams, horror movies lost to time. They're doing a panel about Godzilla. We have another panel with the Ice Cream Queens. They're doing two panels. They're doing cosplay, do's and don'ts, and they're even doing one called The Darker Side of Disney. We have Shannon Merritt from Bad Dog Comics and 901 Comics. My business partner, he's doing a whole panel about the history of horror comics. And then, we have Reaper and Wright Entertainment. They're doing a whole panel about indie filmmaking. It's just programming all day long. If you want to sit down and just watch something, the panel room, you can just sit in there all day if you wanted to. There's just so much going
And I'll
on.
be hosting quite a few of the panels there, guys. So I'm excited about that. And I thank you for giving me the opportunity to do it. And doing the show together has been a lot of fun. And I'm really looking forward to doing these panels and having some conversations with the audience out there and the celebrity guests that's up there and having a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a good time with these guys because like I said, I've gotten to know quite a few of them and talked to them about some different things. Some have been on the shows before, like Tom Matthews. He's one of the easiest guys to talk to. That's another thing about a lot of your guests. They're like, you just start something, they're happy to talk. Ken's one. You give him a subject, he loves to talk to the fans and interact with them. And I think the panels are going to be a good time. All of them, the ones that the Reaper's doing and all the other vendors / people doing panels is going to be really cool. There's going to be a lot of fun to be had there. So even if you run out of your money with all the celebrities and us vendors, you can go and chill for free and ask some questions for free and hang out at the panels for free. It's not just about spending the money. You can do a lot of really cool, fun things throughout the day. And don't have to bring a lot of cash. Now you can, but you don't have to.
Right. And then we have we got food trucks as well. If you get hungry, we've got Good Grocery. They've got a lot of great food. We have Big River Dogs. Get you nice old fashioned hot dog. Get your chili cheese put on top of it. And then we have the Dynamic Duo who makes some awesome burritos. So
I'm glad you put a lot of thought into food because there's some conventions and they're really great conventions, but they'll be missing that aspect of the food trucks or certain things outside that just makes it convenient that you don't have to like one person and that's all you can get. You can get like a cold this or something. And yeah, I'm glad you're doing that with the food trucks. I think that adds family value right there where if you got a weekend pass, you can come in and out. And if you got a day pass, just go and do your thing, walk around. Now, do you have things planned outside the building or is everything going to be?
So actually Saturday night we have the official after party. It's going to be at the High Tone over on Cleveland. We got a couple local bands playing. We have Hills. We have Switchblade Kid. We have 2 DJs, and the entire night is hosted by Leatherface himself, Brett Wagner.
Big swag.
Yeah, and it's $15. Even if you're not coming to the convention at all, and you want to come to this after party, $15. You can come in, meet the big swag, get a picture with him, buy him a beer, buy him a shot. If you are going to be at the convention, keep that wristband on because you get $5 off cover, and then our VIPs get in for free.
Well, that's a steal, man. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, one thing about Brett, he is a great host. I think there's a new documentary. I can't think of the name of it. He's hosting he hosted Monster Garage. So this is something that you do not want to miss if you're coming to an event. Brett's going to do something really cool. I got a feeling that's going to be a lot of fun with him as the host. It's going to be a lot of fun for the fans and all the people that are going to be out there performing and doing what they do, the DJ, dancing, partying, after party. So it's an after party outside?
Yeah. It's at the High Tone, which is over
That'll
on
be cool.
Yeah, all the information's on our Facebook page, Instagram, our .com. You can even go to Memphis.com as well.
I haven't even had a chance to be on Facebook. I had a few people go, "Are you all right?" It's like, I just haven't had time. And now my app isn't working. I can't remember my password. And it's through my old email, which doesn't even work anymore. It's a Yahoo email when I had a landscape company. And I can't luckily I got it on my computer and I can get on the thing because I can just get the code texted to my phone. Can't do it for the app. And trying to do like without the app on your phone, it's not even fun. I get on it. It takes a while to like tag people, and it's just not set up that way. And I finally cracked my computer out today. I haven't even pulled out my laptop in 2 weeks now.
Busy.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you. But it's good. I like the exercise. It's been fun setting up and stuff because I feel lazy at times. So doing this, even though it's not heavy lifting, keeps me pretty busy and walking around. And I'll be
I've been
walking
doing the
around.
opposite. I've been like sitting and putting everything together. So after the convention, I'm gonna start working out again.
Yeah. Well, I lost so much weight last year when I did the run, and I've been maintaining, but I'm afraid with this little break, I don't want to be out of shape. And the winter's coming, and I know how it gets, and I'm joining that gym after too. Get ripped. Go for 2 days. I quit.
Get rid of this dad bod.
Oh man, I think. Well, I know I'm at the age that no matter what I do, I'm this dad bod now, a granddad bod. Yeah, I'll get back to dad bod.
Okay, baby steps.
Yeah, baby steps. We'll take it one step at a time. Crawl before you walk.
All right.
Yeah, so it's going to be an awesome weekend, and you're sold out on vendor booths. Congratulations.
Thank you. Sold out on Artist Alley tables too.
In the artist table, yeah, Artist Alley, and you've been working with the local radio station. If you want to give that a shout out.
Yeah. So November 8th, News Channel 3. They have this segment at 9 a.m. called Live at 9. And we got Tom Matthews is going to be on that, shouting out Memphis Monster Con, talking, Return of the Living Dead, probably some Friday the 13th as well. We've got Ken's going to be on. Oh my goodness, I forgot the name of that radio show.
I'll let you look it up. I'm gonna put you on the spot. You're freezing up on me. Go find
it. Well, I'll post it, but Ken's gonna be doing some radio spots. We have a couple other. Let's see, we just did an interview with the Memphis Daily Memphian, and then we have an interview coming up with the Memphis Flyer, which is another paper in Memphis. So word's getting out, man.
Awesome. Good timing for it, man. I think these radio shows, and Tom's one of the coolest dudes and all the guests, but Tom's one of those ones. I think people love Tommy Jarvis, and I think he's everybody's favorite Tommy Jarvis. I think there's love for all of them, but there's just something that is special about the Tom Matthews and Tommy Jarvis and who he is as a person. I think that it's going to be a real fun radio show. I think people are going to enjoy listening to it. So if you are in the area, or even if you have the app, check out that interview with Tom Matthews, because it's always fun hearing stories from that man, and he doesn't mind talking about it at all. Yeah, very, very cool. But I know how it is. You try to remember things, and then you just get that mush mind, because we've been busy. I know how busy you've been. You know how busy I've been. But I think it's leading up to an awesome weekend in Memphis. It's going to be incredible, man. I think people are going to be shocked how much fun it is, and everything that's going on. You're not going to be bored. You're not going to be bored. There's no way to be bored in Memphis. Plus, it's Memphis. Yeah. I mean, there's so much about Memphis that's awesome. I haven't had a chance to really, I've driven through Memphis, but I've never had a chance to spend time in Memphis. And I always loved the Tennessee area. It's just beautiful to look at, and it looks really cool out in Memphis. So,
and with a lot of the Memphis history and stuff, within walking distance from the venue, you walk back down Young Street, you take a left on Cooper. A couple doors down on the right, there's a church, and you see this big bronze statue of Johnny Cash outside of that church. That church is the very first place Johnny Cash ever played.
Paul Wolf's going to be there the 9th. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, Paul.
Oh, Wolfie.
We appreciate it. Yeah. Well, I'll look forward to seeing you there. Hey, Clint, how you doing? Can't wait to see you guys there. Clint will be there. Can't wait to see you as well, Clint. Karen can't make it, unfortunately. Mike doesn't go to conventions too much unless they're in his area. He don't travel much, but I'm going to get him out one of these years because me and Mike did a table in Taunton, Massachusetts. It was a lot of fun hanging out with him. And it was cool having the artist. It's always cool when you have one of the guys that do the work on the table sitting there. And the people really enjoy meeting, like when he was we were selling pieces of his work. It's cool watching him talk about his art with his fans and people, new fans and people that love his work. So yeah, maybe we'll get him out sometime. One of these days he'll get out here. Get to Memphis, Mike. Get to Memphis. You and your mom head out there. But yeah, I know you've been real tired. We talked about doing like a 30-minute show and touch base on some things. Is there anything we forgot that you'd like to touch upon?
Just the sale, tomorrow. I mean, starting at midnight for 24 hours. Promo code Halloween. Get weekend passes for $30. We're gonna try to make everything as smooth as possible. On a Saturday, we'll have 2 different tents out front of the building. One's going to be will call. That's everyone who's already purchased a ticket. You'll come there. We'll scan your ticket, give you your wristband, your other credentials if you got VIP or whatnot. Right-hand side would be for people buying tickets. So just trying to keep it moving, that way, folks aren't going to have to like sit outside and wait in line. I know that's the worst. And it's happened to me before too. And it's really turned me off on some conventions, just, how long it takes to get into a place sometimes.
Yeah, it can be tough. But you got a game plan. You're going to rock it. Doomsday's Crypt's going to come rock it there. All these awesome vendors, all these awesome guests. Clint Shelton, can't wait to see you and Paul Wolf there. It's going to be a good time. We're going to set up something cool Doomsday's Crypt area. We're going to be hosting the panels, talking to some of these legends, and I'm really excited to be doing that. And again, Jaime, thank you for coming on. Sorry, I forgot yesterday was Tuesday. My bad. We'll see if we could do one more Tuesday before, as the last show. So we're planning on Tuesday, guys, and we'll see if we can bring on a really cool guest to talk with us for maybe a half hour, an hour, and then we'll be ready for Memphis, and we'll see you guys there. Till next time, peace out.